Candied spare ribs, dry aged in brown sugar. Meh. Stay around for this one. Okay, let's go back 9 days here. See if we've got to get these ribs out of the package here. Very standard and simple. Just kind of give these a nice trim. These are spare ribs, so there's quite a bit of trimming to do on the back and front of these. Just cut off this little flap here. No one needs to eat that. Pick it up, give it to the dogs or something. Everyone knows I normally don't take the membrane off, but because I want these to age with the brown sugar a little bit, just quickly slide your finger underneath the membrane in between two bones. As soon as you get it loose, just start to grab that and just kind of give that a nice top pull. Use paper towel if you need to, but this one came right off. Stuck on there pretty good, but it eventually came off. And if it rips on you, just start it at the other end and come back towards the center. Once that's all gone, just going to do a little bit of trimming on the back here. Get some of this unnecessary fat off. Anything that doesn't look appetizing, just cut that off. Speed you through the rest of this. And once we're done on the back here, we're going to flip it over. And this big hunk of fat right here, just cut it all off. I actually didn't cut enough off. I wish I would have done more. All right, and with the first one done, we're just going to do the second one. You don't need to see both of them. So just get this out of the package and I'll bring it back. All right, now we're just going to throw down some brown sugar. This is some older stuff I had laying around, so it just needs to be broken up a little bit. I think that's actually dark brown sugar, so whatever that did to it. And then we're going to dump some normal brown sugar on here, get that nice spread out. Put our first rack of ribs, just face or meat side down. Dump some more brown sugar on top of that one to go between them. And here I realized I need some more brown sugar, so we'll just add some more real fast. Yep, spread that out. And in case you didn't know what was coming, we're going to take the other rack of ribs and put that on top. Put the rest of our brown sugar on top. If I didn't rip the bag open all the way, I'll never know. Spread this bag out. And then just to piss the wife off, I decided to use the rest of the brown sugar in the house. Just gonna get that spread out. I was only originally going to do this for 7 days, but I kind of didn't get around to it, so I actually aged mine for 9 days. Just put these in the fridge for a week or so, and we'll pull these out here shortly. All right, well, 9 days later, you can see here, these things have changed color completely. We're just gonna hold these up to the camera so you can take a better look at them here real fast. Yeah, nice and dripping. That is absolutely not what I expected them to look like whenever they came out. Unexpected color on them. I'll show you in a second why they have that color. Just shake off what you can. Put them on a rack to drip for a little bit. Knock as much of that brown sugar off that didn't exactly melt in the fridge into the pan. Put this one on a drying rack also. And the color came from, you can actually see the ribs pulled the molasses out of the brown sugar. Okay, now you're just playing. Stop it. All right, we're gonna wipe these off as best we can with some paper towel here. Get both sides. If you see any brown sugar stuck to the ribs, just knock that off. And be sure to get both of them done. Get underneath the flap, get all that wiped out. See here, a little piece actually fell off. That'll be a pit snack. And for today's rub, I'm going to use a Circle Star brisket rub sent to me by Trumpet Master 77. Just give that a quick shake. And then we're going to put a nice even coat on the bottom of these ribs. I didn't get enough on the first, so we're just going to go back and apply a second coat. And then flip them over and put a nice heavy coat on the top of these. We need to do a pretty heavy coat here to cover everything up. And after about 20 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get our ribs here on the smoker. I'm using the pit boss today because I don't really feel like messing with the big pit. And I'm going to put these trays down here just so we can put some water in them. Keep a really nice humid condition in here. And then sprinkle some of that rub on that little piece. Close it down. All right, so we had 200 degrees on that for the long time, hour and a half check-in. And we're just going to come out here and swap these around a little bit. So we have nice and even cooking. Yeah, that's hot. Good job. Just gonna let you watch me struggle to get this 200 degree piece of metal adjusted correctly. Man, that color. Absolutely amazing looking. Okay, we're gonna keep it at 200. Just gonna swap these around about every hour, hour and a half. And at the about 4-hour mark, we're gonna come up here and take it from 200 to 250. And at the 7.5-hour mark, I'm just gonna pause it here so you can see Genius was smart enough to put a set pair of cotton gloves on this time. But these guys are all done, nice and floppy. Go ahead and check out the other one. Same thing. Get these guys taken inside. And we can do a taste test. Someone's gonna have to clean that up. Not me. All right, let's get one of these ribs cut. Just like butter. Taking one from the middle here, so it's about an average experience. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is dripping wet, just like I like it. But man, that is absolutely one of the best ribs I've ever had. Why would you not do this? Besides the $10 to $15 in brown sugar. But hey, what other experiments do you guys have done, would like to see? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Be sure to check out this other amazing video.